Solve problems to calculate expected value of perfect information EVPI for decision making under risk by following two methods. First method, prepare conditional profit table under certainty and then expected profit table with perfect information, that is EPPI. Second method, prepare cost table and then prepare expected cost for perfect information, that is ECPI. First question, a dairy firm wants to determine the quantity of butter it should produce to meet the demand. Past records have shown the demand patterns. The stock levels are restricted to the range of 15 to 50 kg due to inadequate storing facilities. Butter costs ₹40 per kilogram and is sold at ₹50 per kilogram. Construct a conditional profit table. Determine the action alternative associated with maximization of expected profit. Determine EVPI. This question was asked for Punjab Technical University BTech Mechanical, November 2012 and SVSM PGDM year 2009.
In question, quantity required for the butter is given and with respect to each quantity, number of days demand occurred is also given. Now if we observe this question, probability for the demand is not given. So we have to first calculate the probability. Now what is the first step? So first step, that is we have to prepare the conditional profit table. So for this conditional profit table, if we observe, we have to write here the possible demand. So quantity required is 15 kg, 20 kg and 25 kg. So possible demand is also 15 kg, 20 kg and 25 kg. Now we have three options, that we can keep the stock of 15 kg or we can keep the stock of 20 kg or we can keep the stock of 25 kg. So that will be our action and we have to choose one of the action. So for the possible stock action, that is alternative, so we have to take here 15, 20 and 25. Now we will calculate the probability. So probability, that is how to calculate. First we will take this total number of days, that is 6 plus 14 plus 20, that is 40 days. Now out of 40 days, for 15 kg, 6 days demand is there. So probability is 6 divided by 40, that is 0.50. Then next is 14 divided by 40, that is 0.35. And then next 20 divided by 40, that is 0.5. So in this way we have to calculate the probability. Now how to calculate the conditional profit? So there are two options. When demand is greater than or equal to supply or stock, and when demand is less than stock. So when demand is greater than or equal to stock, then all the demand is getting fulfilled. And in given question, purchase cost is 40 per kilogram and sale cost is 50 per kilogram. That means for each kilogram there is ₹10 profit. So all the demand is getting fulfilled. So we can calculate here the conditional profit, that is profit per kilogram is 10. So 10 multiplied by S. So S, that means here stock. Now we will move to the next condition, when demand is less than supply. So when demand is less than supply, that means there are some unsold butter remains. So how to calculate the conditional profit? So when demand is less than supply, that means all the demand is getting fulfilled, and for that fulfilled demand there is profit of ₹10. So we have to take conditional profit is equal to 10 multiplied by D. Now we have to subtract the loss. So minus, here 40 per kilogram purchase cost is there. So 40 multiplied by unsold quantity. So how to calculate unsold quantity? Because here demand is less than supply, so we can take here supply minus demand, that is equal to unsold quantity. So that unsold quantity multiplied by 40. So here profit minus loss, that will be the total conditional profit. Now we will use these two formulas and we will calculate the conditional profit. So if we observe here, possible demand 15, possible stock 15, that is demand is equal to supply. So conditional profit 10 into S, that is 10 into 15, that is 150. Next, demand 15, stock 20, that is demand is less than supply or less than stock. So how to calculate? So here 10 into demand, that is 150. I will write here the interval minus 40 into S minus D, minus 40 into S, that is 20 minus 15, that is minus 40 into 5, that is 150 minus 200, that means we can write here as a minus 50. Now in the same way we have to take here 15 and 25, that is demand is less than supply. So what is demand? That is 50. So 150 minus 40 into S minus D, that is 25 minus 15, that is 10. So we can take here 150 minus, here we can take 40 into 10, that is 400. So 400 minus 150 we have to take here, that is equal to minus 250. Now in the same way we will calculate here 20 and 15. So demand is greater than supply. So this demand is, when demand is greater than or equal to supply, then this all the we have to take, this demand is not getting fulfilled, that is 10 into this stock, that is 150. Then in the same way 20 and 20, that is demand is equal to supply. So 10 into S, that is 20 into 10, that is 200. Now here demand is less than supply. Demand is less than supply. So 10 into D. So 10 into D, that is we have to take 20 into 10, that is 200 minus 40 into S minus D. So S minus D, that is 5, that is 200 minus 200, here will be 0. Then next, here we will take demand is greater than supply. So 10 into S, that is 150. Then here 20, demand is greater than supply. So 10 into S, that is 200, and demand is equal to supply, that is here will be 250. So in this way this conditional profit table is getting fulfilled. Now we will move to the next step, that is we will calculate the expected profit table. So this is the conditional profit table, but for each condition there is probability, and now we have to multiply with this probability and we will find out this expected profit. So we have to take the same, that is possible demand, probability, possible stock action. Now probability I will write or repeat 0.15, 0.35 and 0.5. Now for 15 kilogram probability is 0.15. So we have to multiply here with 0.15. So 0.15 multiplied by 150, that is 22.5. Then 50 into 0.15, 7.5. So this will be minus. Then 250 into 0.15. 250 into 0.15. That is 37.5. So here will be minus sign. Then next is again 150 and 150, but here this number is different, that is 0.35. So 0.35 into 150, that is 52.5. Then 200 into 0.35, 70, and here will be 0. Now in the same way 0.5 into 150, that is 150 into 0.5, that is 75. Then here 200, that is 100, and here 250, that is 250 divided by 2, that is 125. Now from this expected profit we can calculate expected monetary value. So how to calculate the expected monetary value? So that will be calculated for each action. So we will add all these, that is 75 plus is 150. Then 170 minus 7.5, that is 162.5, and here 125 minus 37.5, that is 87.5. Now if we observe here, we have to take or select the maximum value for expected monetary value. So why? Because here this is the expected profit table and profit should be maximum. So we have to select this, that is 162.5. So we can write here EMV, expected monetary value, is equal to 162.5. Now next table is important table because we have to calculate EVPI, that is expected value for perfect information. So we have to prepare here expected profit table with perfect information. Now what is this perfect information? Now if we observe, perfect information is that when demand is 15 kg, then stock is 15 kg. When demand is 20 kg, stock is 20 kg, and when demand is 25 kg, stock is 25 kg. So this is the perfect information, and we have to plot here the perfect information table. So first is market size. So market size is this, that is 15 kg, 20 kg and 25 kg. Second one is conditional profit under perfect information. So here, or we can say conditional profit under certainty. So certainty, that means there is no any loss or no any extra. This demand is equal to supply. Then there is the conditional profit under certainty. So when demand is equal to this supply or stock, then what is the profit? Conditional profit 150. So we have to select this. So from this table we will select this. So when demand is 20 and stock is also 20, then here this is the profit, conditional profit. When demand is 25, stock is 25, then here is also the perfect information. So this is the conditional profit. Then we will move to the probability. So probability is this 0.15, 0.35 and 0.5. Now this is the conditional profit under certainty. Now we have to calculate expected profit with perfect information. So this is the perfect information. Then how to calculate? Now we know that when we calculate the expected profit from conditional profit, we have to multiply with probability. So in the same way, we have to multiply this conditional profit with probability. So when we calculate here the conditional profit with probability, that is 115 to 0.15. So for 115 to 0.15, it is 22.5. Then 200 into 0.35. So we can select from this table. So here is 70. And then 250 into 0.5, that is 125. So if we observe, if we add all these value, then we will get expected profit with perfect information. So 22.5 plus 70 plus 125, 217.5. So we will write here 217. So this will be EPPI, that is expected profit under perfect information. So how to calculate EVPI, that is the expected value under perfect information, is equal to EPPI minus EMV. So which is equal to 217.5 minus 162.5. So I will take here minus 162.5, 55. So this is the answer.
Second question. A TV dealer finds that the cost of a TV in stock for a week is rupees 30 and the cost of a unit shortage is rupees 70. For one particular model of TV, the probability distribution of weekly sales is given. How many units per week should the dealer order? Also find EVPI. This question was asked for PTUM Mechanical December 2011, UPU MBA 2009, MDU Rohtak B Mechanical December 2006.
We have to calculate the number of orders for the TV units, and the given information is weekly sales 0, 1, 2, 3 with probability 0.20, 0.30, 0.35 and 0.50. Now if we observe the given data, stocking cost is given rupees 30 per week and shortage cost is rupees 70. Now here the purchase cost and selling cost is not given, so we cannot calculate the conditional profit, but with the help of these costs we can calculate the conditional cost, and we will prepare here the cost table. So in cost table we have to take here demand, which will vary in between this 0 to 3, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Then we have to put the probability as per given in the question. Now what will be our action? We have to keep in stock either 0 units, then 1 unit of TV, then 2 units or 3 units. That we have to decide. So we have to write the alternatives or stock action, that will be 0, 1, 2, 3. So these are the alternatives and we have to select the best alternative. Now first we will calculate the conditional costs. So there are two conditions. First condition is that when demand is greater than or equal to supply, and second condition is that when demand is less than stock, supply, or we can say stock. So when demand is greater than or equal to stock, then we can say that all this demand is not getting fulfilled, and there is the shortage cost that will be added because the demand is not getting fulfilled. So how to calculate the shortage? So shortage is equal to demand minus supply. Now how to calculate the conditional cost for this condition? That is, we have to take stocking cost, that is 30 into S. Stocking cost 30 into S, plus we have to add the shortage cost. So shortage cost, that means 70 into D minus S. Now we will move to the next, that is when demand is less than supply. So when demand is less than the stock, then we have to cost only stock. That is we have to take into consideration only stock cost, that is 30 into S. Because all this demand is getting fulfilled, so there is no any shortage. That means for zero shortage cost. So we have to take only 30S. Now we will prepare this cost as per the given condition. Now here demand is 0, stock is 0. When demand is equal to stock, then we have to take this. So demand minus stock, that is 0. So only 30 into S. So S is 0. So here will be 0. Now when demand is 0, stock is 1. That is demand is less than stock. So when demand is less than stock, that is 30 into S, that is here will be 30. So here is also demand is less than stock. So here will be 30 into S, that is 60, and here will be 30 into 3, that is 90. Now we will move to the next. When demand is more than stock, that is demand is greater than stock. So here one number is greater. So 30 into S, that is 30 into 0, 30, plus 70 into D minus S, plus 70. We have to pay here for the shortage cost only. Then next is 1 and 1, that is demand is equal to stock. So 30 into S, that is 30 into 1, 30. Then 1 and 2, that is demand is less than stock, that is 30 into 2, that is 60, and here will be 90. Now demand is greater than stock. So D is greater than stock. So here 30 into S. So 30 into S, that is 0, and here plus 70 into D minus S. So 2 minus 0 is 2 minus 0, that is 2. So here will be 140. Then next, demand is 2 is greater than 1, that is demand is greater than stock. So 30 into S, that is 30 plus 70 into 2 minus 1, that is 1. So 30 plus 70, that will be, here will be 100. Then next we have to take into consideration 2 and 2, that is demand is equal to stock, that is 30 into S, that is 60. And then next also 30 into 3, that is 90. Then next, demand is more than 0, that is 3 is more than 0. 30 into S 0 plus 70 into D minus S, that is 70 into 3, 210. Then here 3 and 1, so 30 into 1, 30 plus 70 into D minus S, that is 2. So 30 plus 140. Then next is 3 is greater than 2, so again 3 into S, that is 30 into 2, 60, 60 plus 70, 130. And here 3 and 3, that is here will be 90. So this is the cost table that we have prepared. Now we have to add all these costs, that is we have to add the costs and we have to select the minimum cost. So if we add the first, that is for first alternative when stock is 0, then what will be those costs? That is 70 plus 140 plus 210, that is 420. Then next will be 30, 30, 60, 160 plus 170, that is 330. Then 180 plus 130, 310. And next 90 360. Now if we observe here, what will be the minimum cost? 420, 330, 310. This is the minimum cost. So we have to choose the minimum cost. So I will write here minimum cost 310. So for this 310, TV dealer should order 2 number of units of the TV. So answer is 2. Now we will move for the next. We have to calculate expected value with perfect information. Now expected value with perfect information, we have to first calculate the expected cost with perfect information from the cost table. So we have to refer this cost table. So first we have to write demand, then next will be probability, and then next will be minimum cost. So for each demand we have to select the minimum cost, and then we have to calculate the expected cost with perfect information. So we know that how to calculate expected cost or expected profit. That means we have to take the minimum cost multiplied by probability, or the conditional profit multiplied by the probability. That we already done. So we have to write here the minimum cost. So for the minimum cost for the 0 demand, 0, 30, 60, 90, here will be 0. For 1 it is 70, 30, 60, 90, here will be 30. For 2, 140, 100, 60, 90, here will be 60. And for 3, 210, 170, here will be 90. Now expected cost. So from this minimum cost we will calculate the expected cost, that is 0.20 into 0. 0.30 into 30, that is 9. 0.35 into 60, that is 21. And 0.15 into 90, that is 13.5. Now we will add all these numbers, that is expected cost with perfect information. So this is the perfect information. So how to select this perfect information? That is minimum cost. So we know that how to take this perfect information, that is when demand is 0, stock is also 0. When demand is 1, stock is also 1. When demand is 2, stock is also 2. So remember, these are the minimum costs. So this is the perfect information, that is all this demand is getting fulfilled. And here also demand is 3, stock is 3. So this is the perfect information, and if we compare the cost, these are the minimum costs, 0, 30, 60, 90. So these are the expected costs. So now we will add this expected cost, that is 13.5 plus 21 plus 9. That is 43.5. So this is the 43.5, that is the expected cost. So I will write here ECPI. Expected cost with perfect information, ECPI. ECPI is equal to 43.5 and minimum cost is 310. So EVPI, expected value with perfect information, is equal to minimum cost minus ECPI 43.5. That is, I will take 310 minus 43.5 to 66.5. So this is the answer.